so the first thing we're going to be doing is just full snatches. We're going to get back sort of into the rhythm of snatches, so we'll start off like 50%. Again, like with most of our Olympic lifts, we don't do a lot of reps in a set, so we'll do maybe 5 reps and then continue on from there. Yeah, other than that, we'll do some snatches. And it helps because it loosens up our legs when we move into squats, so we're not stiff going into squats. So that's another good reason why we like doing Olympic lifts before our main lifts. So that being said, we'll do some snatches, work on some technique, give some pointers, and then we'll move into the legs. So there's a difference between the way Brian and I snatch. Brian, he has very good form, very fast snatch, gets real low and has a lot of flexibility in his shoulders, which is something I sort of lack. When we watch with Brian, he does a good job keeping the bar close to his body, keeping it perpendicular to the ground as he comes up in sort of a straight line, and then he gets under it and sits all the way down. You can jump up if you want. Just keep 25s on and after that.
Let's do a 15 on there. Should I really work on exploding?
Yeah, that's what I like about the app though. It sort of has a thing where you can see what the camera's recording.
Yeah, it's nice.
Through your phone. Alright, so Brian's going to move up in weight. He's pretty good at the snatch. Especially for, I guess, being new to Olympic lifts. Brian's got this stuff pretty solid, so he likes to go, he goes up pretty heavy in snatch, while I sort of stay at 95 and work on my flexibility with my shoulders. So we'll watch him as he gets heavier. We'll point out some things that happen when people start lifting heavier in snatch. Some things that'll happen is your knees will come forward when you sit down before you stand up. So you want to stay back on your heels and keep your knees right above your ankles, almost perpendicular to the floor. Some things that'll happen too when people get heavier is they'll bounce the bar off their waist and it'll come forward, making an arcing motion, which sometimes will allow the bar to swing all the way back behind the person's head. But with Brian, like I said, he has a lot of flexibility in his shoulders, so he can catch it very good in the snatch and then sit down in it. So we'll watch as he gets a little bit heavier. again, sitting back on his heels, riding up his body, and then he just sits right under it. Again, the whole jumping, leaving your feet, there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people like to do it because it helps to sort of, when they're exploding up with the weight. There we go. And he just sits down with good flexibility in his shoulders. How'd that feel? How'd that feel? There you go. So one thing you'll look at from behind view is his back straight. When he sits down, his hips go back in a squat motion, and his arms stay pretty close to right over his head.